then I would like to start the recording, which I did. And I'm also going to hopefully successfully share my screen.
Yes, you're sharing now.
And now hopefully you see my screen, everybody. And then I go to my PowerPoint. Can you see my PowerPoint now? I hope.
Yes, we can.
Oh, good. Now, if you all have your microphones off, then I will be the one to speak for about 5 to 10 minutes. And I think that we all are here today is a very special occasion on challenging perspectives. We challenge our own perspective, but also other people's perspectives on this yearly museum challenge debate. It is an international project, and this year we are talking about global memories. So, Swagatam, and I'm sorry if I mispronounce it a little bit. I did my best. I thought it meant welcome in Nepali, and Dobrodošli, Namaste, welcome in Dutch, welcome in English, and a very happy hello to you from Leiden. Several participating schools. I'm sorry if I'm unsure about the Serbian school, but your teacher will inform me and I will add that to this PowerPoint. It is the Gymnasium Leiden and students, a warm welcome. It is Rijnlands Lyceum and students, welcome. It's Kavya School in Kathmandu, Nepal, welcome. And Plymouth College in Plymouth, a warm welcome to you. We're trying to work today on global competencies, which means global citizenship. So for us to have a safe planet for everybody, we need to collaborate between different countries. Some people who have the brightest ideas need to take leadership in a wise way, which involves critical thinking. We need to solve problems, and there are enough of them. We need to communicate this in a clear way. We need our creativity. We need to inquire. And we need to, and it misses an R, I'm sorry, have new solutions and take action. Now, this project, if we reflect and wonder a little bit, has a research question: why do people around the world commemorate a person, but it could also be an idea or an event in the first place? Why do we do that? Why is it important to remember certain things? So we have a proposition, and it is an intercultural debate on how we remember, with an expensive word, fancy word, memorialization, very difficult to pronounce, from a global perspective. So we have teams debating for and teams debating against. The proposition is the majority in a society should decide who deserves a new monument. Now, what we are exploring is it a majority, or can a minority decide, or one wise person? And if we take society, which society? A city, a neighborhood, a country, the whole world? And then, is it a person that deserves a new monument? Should we design monuments for people, or for ideas, or events? And on which scale? Then, should we have this whole proposition from one perspective only, or from more perspectives? And if we think about that, can we then think whose voices are silent now, or have been silenced, or were silent in history? Can we think about the people who did not raise their voices, who did not get any monuments so far, and who would those be in your society? So this is at the basis of this debate. You can always find the slide, students and teachers, back in your materials, or ask your teacher. At the start of the debate, we have a museum object that we took as our lead, our introduction. Because there once was a Roman emperor. There were two Roman emperors, Geta and his brother Caracalla, who lived 2000 years ago in the Roman era, which is part of history of the Netherlands. Now, Caracalla murdered his brother because he wanted to rule on his own. And he erased, which you can see here on the stone, the name of his brother everywhere. So all statues were destroyed, all mentions of his name were erased, so therefore the memory of Geta was erased, almost, which is why we still have this, because we have evidence he did exist. Now that is at the basis of our debate. Now, in the meantime, there are so many wonderful students, so we are so happy that you join us, crazy teachers, in this thing. We have students in team 4. You can find your own name from 4 different schools in 4 different countries. And in team against all of those. I'm sorry, students from Serbia, because I did not really know your first names, but your teacher will tell me that. That's why your emails are there instead of your name.
It's totally fine.
Oh, good. And then what you have to do after the warming up activity is, I hope I haven't surpassed 10 minutes yet, but you're gonna work as an international team in about, I don't know, 20 minutes or so. You're gonna have to choose one team captain for the for team and the against team. One speaker you have to choose for the opening speech, one speaker for the closing speech, and 4 debaters in the free zone. The rest of the team will be in the audience. You have to decide on a team color, because if we wear the same color t-shirt, so you can't both wear blue, so white, orange, red, blue, you have to have a different t-shirt, but choose first and then wear it, because that makes it very easy for others to see which side is which. And you have to come up with 3 arguments for the proposition. The other team has to come up with 3 arguments against the proposition. The teachers that coach team 4 will be Anjo from the Netherlands, Tabine from Nepal, and Yvette from the Netherlands. And team against will be coached by Mark from Plymouth, UK, Jelena, Serbia, Marlene, that's me. I will turn this, show this slide again, but first I would like to stop sharing and then hang on, and then ask somebody else named Mark to take over.
Okay, thank you for that introduction. To make sure we can all see each other, at the top of your screen, you'll have an icon for participants, an icon for chat, an icon to raise your hand, and then next to that 3 dots. If you click on those 3 dots and find in your menu, it says Large Gallery. That will let you see everyone at once. And you'll see we have lots of names, 44 of us in our meeting. You've got a 30-second task. In 30 seconds, you need to find an object from somewhere near you that would make a good memorial for you. For example, for me, I found a pen. And if I wanted a memorial for me, I'd like a pen as part of my memorial, because I'm an English teacher and I write poetry. I'm a writer, and that object represents me. You have 30 seconds starting now to find an object and bring it back to your screen that you can show us that will represent you. Go. I can see I like some people's style already with the objects that I'm seeing. Okay, so we can start to make a link between people's names and their personalities and know a little bit about them. I'd simply like you, when I call your name, to hold your object up, unmute your microphone, tell us how you pronounce your name, because I might not get it right, and tell us what your object is. When we move to the next person, again, tell us your name, tell us your object, and see if you can remember what the object of the last person was. So, can we start with Anna Lettinger? How do you pronounce your name and what's your object?
My name is Anne, and I have a mouse because of online school.
Okay, thank you. We'll need to remember that. Okay, Marlene, do you have an object?
Yeah, my object is a light bulb, because I get ideas all the time and then I want to carry them out.
And what was Anne's object?
It was a mouse, because Anne likes working with mice.
Okay. Olivia van der Linde.
My name is Olivia. My object is a mini pride flag because that's I like the LGBTQ community.
And what was Marlene's object?
It was a mini light bulb because I don't remember the reason. Sorry.
It represents an idea.
Oh yeah, right, of course.
Kieran Chubb.
My name is Kieran. It's pronounced just how it's spelt. My object is a sheep skull that I found when I was out on a walk because I thought it was cool. Anne's object was a mouse because she likes working with mice. Marlene's object was a light bulb because she has lots of ideas. And Olivia's object was a pride flag.
Okay, thank you. And I can see an email address, dyurdyav. Can't hear you at the moment.
My name is Georgia.
Okay.
My phone. As I can.
Okay, thank you. I'm struggling to hear some of your audio, but I'm hearing bits of it, and I can see you raised your phone because that represents you. Thank you. And do you remember Kieran's object?
I think.
Yeah, the skull of a sheep. I have to teach him. Rocky.
I'm Rocky. I got a rugby ball because I play quite a lot of sport and I like rugby. The last person's object was I couldn't hear the name, sorry, but it was a phone because obviously they're quite important. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Will Stevenson.
Hi, my name's Will, and I've got a cricket ball because I play a lot of cricket. And Rocky's was a rugby ball.
Okay, thank you. Ruben van der Zeulen.
My name is Ruben van Zuilen. I have a Rubik's Cube because I like to I like to solve them. And William's object was cricket ball because he likes to play cricket.
Okay. Yvette, you're one of our teachers.
Yeah, so I'm Yvette. I'm one of the teachers in the Netherlands, and mine is my planner. I'm a teacher. I have a lot of meetings, and I'm also a writer, so I like to doodle stuff in my huge planner.
And what was Ruben's object?
Ruben had a Rubik's Cube because he plays with those a lot.
Okay. Fritz Lindner. Can you hear us, Fritz?
Sorry. I had bad connection.
Okay.
Actually, my name is Andrei Lindner. This is my dad's laptop, so
Okay.
his name is here. I got headphones, wireless headphones, because I like music. Martine's object was a planner because she have a lot of meetings, and also headphones on Serbian is slušalice.
Slušalice.
Yes.
Okay, we've learned a word. Thank you. Eva de Bruin.
My object is a pencil in the shape of a G key because I love to draw and I also really love music. And Aryan's object was the headphones because he loves to listen to music.
Okay, and we have to remember that he's Andre, yeah? We'll try to remember that. Okay, Michael van der Hilton.
Hi, my name is Michael. I have chosen a plant because I love green and I have a lot of plants. And Ava's item was a pencil because she loves to draw.
It was in a special shape.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know which shape.
It was this shape.
Oh, a headphone.
It's like it's the start of music. To show a piece of music is being played. She called it a G key.
Okay. Yes. Because she loves music too.
Okay. Boris Rantchev.
Yeah, you pronounced it correctly, Boris Ramchev. My object was a guitar pick because I really do enjoy playing guitar. Yeah.
And Michael's object?
And Michael, I really wasn't paying that much attention. I'm really sorry, but I forgot. I know that the pen was before, so in the shape of a musical key.
Mm-hmm. Michael, can you remind us your object?
My object was a plant.
Okay, thank you. Something living and growing. Ben Abbott.
Hello, my name is Ben, and I have an AQA A-levels physics book because I like my sciences. And Boris Ranchev, had a guitar pick because he likes the guitar.
Okay, thank you. On to another one of our teachers, Tabine.
Yes, my name is Tabin, and the object I have is a book that I have written because it'll help me motivate to write down more books, and I love writing. The object Ben had was an A-levels physics book because he loves his science.
It's true. Emily Pascoe.
Hi, I'm Emily. Mine's a sloth cup because I'm at my grandparents' right now, and Tabine's was a book that he has written.
Okay, now let's check if I get this right. Is this Koen Sakaris?
Hello, my name is Koen, and I have a mini keyboard because I play the piano. And Emily's object was a sloth, I guess. Something like that.
Yeah, that was it. Okay. Madhu Toynison? Madhu, can you hear us?
Yes, sorry.
That's okay.
My name is Madhu Teunissen, and my object is a drawing I made for my girlfriend because I love drawing.
And do you remember Koen's object?
It was a mini keyboard.
Aha. Thank you. Anya, another one of our teachers.
Hello, I'm Anya, and this is my object. It's a little poster. I have it in my classroom too. It's about women and empowerment, and that's what I like. So we can do it, is the message. And the object of Madhu, it was a drawing. She likes to draw and she made it for her girlfriend.
Thank you. Lex Irish.
Hi, so my name is Lex. My object is a book. It's called The Best Book of Puns. I like to laugh, so that's why I have this book. Anyo's object was a poster saying we can do it for empowerment of women.
Thank you. Yelena, another one of our teachers.
Hi, I'm Jelena. This is my object book because I like to read. And Lex, yes, his object was also book because he loves to smile, laugh, comic books. I
Book of
suppose.
jokes. Thank you. And so Yelena, I'll try to get that right. Jessica Enser. I can see your object. I can't hear your audio, although I know your mic is not muted. We're having some difficulty there. But we could see that you had a house leak, a small plant. Okay, so we may not be able to hear you, but we can see that you have your object. Thank you. Teodora Lazarevich.
Hi, my name is Teodora and my object is computer mouse because I attend information technology class, so love programming. And Yelena's object was a book because she loves reading.
Okay, thank you. Aidan Bath.
So my object is a shoe because I enjoy going outside and walking and hiking. I believe the last object was a computer mouse because you enjoy computing and attend a computing class.
That's great, thank you. Yes, Theodora was into her information technology. Okay, Job de Vreugd.
Yes, my name is Job, and my object is a glove because I love to. I love to play football, and I'm a goalkeeper. Adam's object was a shoe because he loves walking and hiking.
Thank you. And Hay.
Hi, my name is Anna. I have a tiny fox, which I made myself because I'm very creative. And Job's item was a glove because he loves playing football.
That's it. And then I have an email address. Shubhamraj Bandahari.
Yes. Hello everyone, I'm Subham Rajmandari. So my object is a pen because I really like to write like story poems. And the one before me, she had a fox that she made by herself. It was really nice. I really liked it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thomas. And no other name on there.
That must be me then.
It will be Tom Wynn, yes.
My object is a pair of AirPods because, well, like one of the ones before, I like music and it's one of the things I do most every day is listen to music. And the object before was a pen because he likes to write.
That's it, thank you. Marie van Gelder.
Hi, I'm Marie, and my object is also a pair of headphones because I like to listen to music and I also love singing, but I didn't have a microphone in my room. And Thomas also had, well, he had AirPods.
Thank you. Milu Jacobs.
Yes, my name is Milu, and my object is a cricket ball because I like to play cricket, and the object of Marie was a pair of headphones.
Thank you. Siloa Dalacotti.
Hello, my name is Salova, and this is my object. It's my optional math course book, and this represents me because I've been working on math a lot lately to get a little better. And the object before me, it was a cricket ball.
Now, thank you. I'm looking down my list because the pictures keep moving around the screen. I'm concerned that I've missed people. So perhaps teachers, could you name some people that I've missed, and then we can make sure everyone's been included?
Maybe Onne de Heij. Maybe you can introduce yourself, Onne.
Yeah, I'm Onne, and my object is a wooden puzzle because I like to solve puzzles. And the object of the person before me was a math book because she had done a lot of math lately.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
And Andrea, are you there?
No, Andrea isn't coming. She has to work.
Okay. And is Lisanne here? Or Sherelle, she here?
I don't know if you can see. Oh.
I can see Lisanne Chen. Yes, that's a let us know.
So my name is Lisanne, and my object is a vacuum cleaner because I like to be organized and I like to keep my room clean.
Okay.
Nice symbolism.
Yeah. Is there anybody else who I haven't called? You could raise a hand now. In that case, it's been lovely to meet all of you. Thank you for that. It's taken a little bit of a while, but I hope that's been worth just knowing our names.
We have Rosa.
Okay.
Rosa raised hand. Yeah.
Talk to us, Rosa.
I'm Rosa, and I have a plant because I really love to go outside, and I love green, and I have a lot of plants.
That's great.
The one before me had a vacuum cleaner because she liked to organize things.
That's it. Tell me, does your surname mean Village of Rabbits?
Yes.
Wow.
Leiden.
That's cool. So, thank you, everyone. I'll hand you back to Marlene so that we can see what we're doing next.
Thank you, Mark. That was a great introduction. So I hope I can remember all of your names and all of your objects. I'm going to do my best. And the next step is that, because it's 1:30 now here, at least, that for 45 minutes, we will all go to our individual teams. And then I'm going to share my screen again to see again where you have to go and also what will need to be discussed. So let's see. We were doing this, and then it said that we needed to go to our individual channel, International Team 1, all of the people who are there. And then you have to choose a team captain, one speaker for the opening speech, one speaker for the closing speech, and make sure these three come from different schools. 4 debaters in the free zone, they can come from anywhere. Choose the team color and discuss the 3 arguments that you are going to do during the debate.
I'm sorry, can I ask a question?
Yes.
I don't totally understand what is the debater in the free zone.
What is the free zone? Well, first the opening speech, it lasts 2 minutes. And then the opening speaker presents 3 arguments and the proposition itself. But then there's going to be, I don't know, 8 minutes or so, I have to check, where all the people can speak just by raising their hands. So it is like a free zone, it's like an open debate forum. And then at the end,
then you go back to have your discussion. How shall we close it? And then one of the speakers in the end closes the debate.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. And also when you are in your separate channels, your teachers will also have information, and as coaches they can also lead the discussion. The idea is that you do everything yourselves and get to know each other as a team, divide the team roles, but they might also have answers to your questions should they pop up. Now I'm just going to ask you all to check whether you know whether you are in team 4 now, or whether you know you are in team against, because that's the most important thing. I'm going to post these messages of what you have to do in your own separate channels now. Also, it is important that you should know where you can find your channel. So if I am now sharing my screen again, and I am moving to our teams, you have all been made member of RLO, that's my school, Debate Challenges. And then here you see International Debate. That is the space where we meet, all of us together. But here you have two separate channels, International Team 1 or International Team 2. So suppose I were a student in Team 1, I go there. And I've asked Miss Meertens, who is my colleague, that she opens up a meeting in Team 1. And in Team 2, I will open up a meeting. And you can simply go to International Team 1, if you're in Team 1, 4, and then it says Join Meeting. That is what you can do now. So my idea is that you now leave this meeting and check or remain in this meeting but with your microphones off. I don't know really. And then go to International Team 1 or International Team 2 and join that meeting.
Can I interrupt for a little remark? Students who are of another school we have our own teams. They have to switch and go to the Rijnland team. And you do that by clicking on your the photograph, your personal photograph that you have submitted, and then you can change accounts. Otherwise, you can't join. So probably, and then you leave this meeting and go to this other one. Yes?
Okay, Anjo, can you maybe share your screen and show how that?
Yes, I can. You can see here that I'm in Stichting Stedelijk Gymnasium. Dus the meeting came in my own agenda and the meeting is here. But now I have to go to this one. If I do so, it says that it stops this, but that's okay, of course. But that is what you have to do. If you are in teams of our school, and maybe that goes for other students too, you have to change to this account from the school, the Rijnlands Gymnasium. Okay?
Well, we'll try and make it work, and then maybe, if we run into problems, that is also good for a first trial, because then we know what we need to fix for the debate the 6th. So shall we first now all try and go to the other meeting?
And if we're stuck, we'll rejoin on this link?
Yeah, maybe Mark, maybe you can try or open up the meeting in Team 2 so that I will stay here for a bit. Or the other way around. Maybe Mark, you stay here for a bit and I will open up the meeting in Team 2.
Sure.
Okay, let's do that then.
I'm quite concerned if I leave this meeting that I will never see anybody again.
Yeah. I got a problem. I can't do that. I don't know how.
Doesn't let me.
I'm also slightly lost.
Well, I have two Teams tabs open. There's this screen and there's also my master Teams tab. And that's the one where I'm looking to see if I've been invited to a team, and I can't see that I have. Ah, I can see. I'll share my screen. Okay, can you see a window that I'm moving around?
Yes, yes. Yeah, we can.
Okay, so up on my name here, I can see that I have more than one membership. It might be that if I join the Rhinelandslyceum, I don't know, but as soon as I join that, I'll leave this meeting. See if you have options like that and see whether joining one of those makes a difference. You can always come back here.
Can you somehow give us a code for a meeting?
That's what I think we need, but I can't give that. I'll see if I can contact Marlene and see if she can send us a code.
Okay. Because I don't have that option when I click on my name.
I'll send an email now.
Thank you.
So I've said some of us are using Teams online rather than the Teams app, and we will need links sending to us to join the meetings. I've sent that and see what we get.
Sir, I'm not very good when it comes to technology and I can't figure it out at all.
That may not be your fault, and it may not be that you need to figure anything out.
Oh.
I think really what we need is we need an email that has a link that we can click.
Okay.
If we're used to using Teams and we have the Teams app already downloaded, then it may be simple. But if we're using...
It's not working.
If we're just using Teams online, I think that's hard. Hi there, Yelena.
Yes.
Can you go now?
So we're all stuck here and can't get into either of the meetings because we need meet codes sending to us.
Šta da radim sa mailom?
Jesi otvorio? Imaš ovde dole, trebalo bi da imaš ovo debata tima, pa ovo dole imaš, jesi dobio to?
Channel
Da,
International Debate. Da uđem u channel ili channel Team 1?
Ti si, sad ću ti reći. Ti si...
Ja sam jedan.
Da, ti si prvi. Ajde
Tu bi
prosledi
znao da uđem, u jedan.
Đurđe isto. Borise, sad ću i tebi proslediti. Može?
Važi, može.
Okej.
Ali možemo nekako da dobijemo kod, pošto meni otvara da se uloguje na Microsoft Teams, to jest na nalog Microsoftov, a na tatinom sam laptopu, ja sad moram njega da kontaktiram za taj nalog.
E pa ne znam, ja sam ovako primila mail, tako da jedino oni ako mogu da ti nešto daju.
Pa, pitao sam, ali ne mogu da ga nađem, mislim taj kod.
Ja nemam. Znači ovo je sve što... Evo sad ću Đurđe i tebi.
Now, I think I understood some of that. Ne moge is I cannot?
Yes.
Yes. Nice. Very nice.
And možne, it is possible?
Yes, može.
Može, yeah.
Cool. Where are you from?
I'm from Plymouth in England. I've studied a little bit of many languages. So I've studied a little bit of Polish, a little bit of Russian, which is where I'm understanding a few words of what you say.
Yeah, it's similar. They're similar.
Đurđe, si dobila mail? Ne čujem te ništa. Približi još malo taj mikrofon, baš te slabo čujem.
Mnogo blizu je, ne znam koji problem imam sa njim.
Sad čujem. Jesi dobila mail?
Jesam, evo pokušavam da uđem.
A ti, Borise? Ti si tim, Đurđe je sa Andrejem u timu. A ti si, Borise...
Meni ništa nije stiglo.
Evo sad sam ti poslala. Čekaj.
Ajde da vidim, ali ništa nije za sad stiglo.
Rance B5. Je li tako?
Tako je, da.
Poslala sam ti, evo meni stoji da je poslato. Jel možeš preko toga?
Sad je stiglo, evo ima.
Aha. Boris, ja mislim da si... Da, ti si drugi tim.
Tako je, da, drugi.
Jel možeš, Đurđe, si probala da uđeš?
Evo, učitava, sad ću da vidim dok vas...
Aha. Ajde ti, Borise, probaj. A ti, Andrej?
Prvo me izbacuje, ako uđem na privatan nalog, ne prikazuje mi ništa, a ako uđem kao gost ovog tima, onda mi ne prikazuje uopšte taj kanal, ne znam što se dešava baš mi.
Pa ništa, ajde da kažemo Marku koji problem imamo.
A zapravo gde treba da uđem? Ne razumem baš najbolje.
Imaš, čekaj, znači kad uđeš u mail, imaš dole ovo, vaši studenti su dodati i onda imaš ovo, Channel Team 1, Channel Team 2. Ti si ovaj drugi tim.
Aha, ovo što piše kao 1, 2, 3, pa onda pod 3, gde piše?
Pod 3, da. Ti bi trebalo da klikneš na ovo Channel Team 2 i da pristupiš, ali ne znam zašto ne može.
Aha, ajde, sad ću da probam.
I think I did it, but Give me a minute. Give me a second.
Jesi nešto uradio ili si jednostavno kliknuo na to? Pitam zbog Borisa i Đurđa.
Pa ne, nego meni je bio problem. Ja sam klikao, otvaram Microsoft Teams. Kako se zove? Nego bio je problem što je tatin laptop.
Aha.
Poslovan je laptop i onda je povezan sve sa Stravagom i nisam mogao da uradim.
A kod tebi, Đurđo?
Uopšte neće. Dalje isti problem je imao da kažem odmah. Mislim da oni ne mogu da mi pomognu, no ako mogu da me pozovu, pa dodatno.
Pa ajde, kaži mu da da li on ima kontakta sada sa njima?
I have a problem because if I sign in to my personal account, it doesn't show me anything, any Teams or anything, and if I sign in like a guest, I don't have Team 1 or Team 2.
I'm exactly the same. If I leave, there are no teams I can join. But I've emailed to Marlene, and I hope I will hear back.
A kod tebe, Borise, neka promena?
Kad uđem na ovaj link piše Select a Teams Organization. I piše... Sad ću da vidim, samo...
I'm sorry, Mark. Can I share a screen and can you lead me?
Please.
Kaže Stitching Hat Rhineland's Lyceum.
Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes, I see.
Here or here?
There, I think. And the Stichting Rhinelands Lyceum.
I also can't find the good place where I can go into the meeting. I can't find it.
Okay, in the chat, Yvette has just given us a code in the chat. If you open the chat, you should be able to click on that to get to the meeting.
Okay.
That's the link to Team 1.
I'm gonna try there.
Welcome back, Tom. Which team are you on?
I'm on Team 2, but it's just not liking it.
Okay, we've got a link in the chat to get onto Team 1. And we're hoping we'll get a link to join Team 2, but not yet.
So for some reason I can't see the chat. I'm on my phone with this meet, but is there any other way for me to view it?
So on your phone, you don't have a speech bubble button anywhere?
No, not that I can see.
We've got some contacts going around, which may give us a link for Team 2.
Andri Đurđe mi je javila, ono je uspelo da uđe.
Aha,
Ne znam kako. Te pitam kako.
pa da, dajte da je pozovem. Oh,
Okay, the link for Team 2 has just appeared in the chat.
yes, yes. That's the team 2. What about team 1?
Team 1 is earlier in the chat at 12:51 from Yvette Mountains.
Okay, okay.
Tom, I'll email you the link for Team 2 now.
I'm praying. So now, if I join, that means I leave this room. So
Yes.
see you.
Take care.
Thanks.
Boris, hoće li?
Nadam se da hoće, evo vidim ovaj link ovde. Znači kad kliknem na njega, prvo da prekinem ovo pa da uđem na taj drugi link, jel tako?
Pa pretpostavljam da je tako.
Excuse me, should I leave this call and then go on that second link you sent?
If you're in Team 2, follow that second link, you'll leave this call, and if you have a problem, you can come back to this call.
Okay, so when I go to the link, it automatically leaves this call?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Goodbye.
Good luck.
Goodbye. Huh.
Okay, it's just us. Are you supporting Team 1 or Team 2?
I don't know. I have students on both sides.
Okay.
So,
Then perhaps if you follow
personally,
perhaps if you follow one of the
don't
two
know.
links. Yeah, well, you choose if you join Team 1 or Team 2, and you can see what they're doing.
I think that wouldn't be fair.
Oh,
Because,
there are teachers from
yeah,
each of the schools who have
yeah.
joined the meetings.
No, I'll wait here.
Okay. Well, I will have a look and see what is in Team 2, which is the
Okay.
team I'm coaching. I'll see you soon.
See ya.
Okay, people will be returning here in the next couple of minutes.
Okay, I try to go on channel team 2, but it
Yeah, no, it's not been easy.
probably same problem like my students.
Yeah.
Because we don't use Teams.
Yeah, no, we don't. We've been used to using Google, but not the Microsoft.
Yes, Google and Zoom. So I don't know how work.
But we're learning, and it seems all the students have been able to get into one of the teams now.
That is important.
Mm-hmm.
So they finish.
Marlene is just finishing off speaking to Team 2, and hopefully Yvette will just be finishing speaking to Team 1, and everyone rejoins this room. Hi, Marlene.
Hi.
Well, so far so good, more or less.
If any of this works, it's like it's a miracle.
Yeah. Exactly. And I thought that the discussion, at least in Team 2, what we just witnessed, was quite good. So we're waiting for some people to return. Students and teachers, hi. If you found your way back again in this cloudy maze or mazy cloud. So that's good all in itself. And all the countries, hi there. It's nice to see you again. I hope you enjoyed having your discussions. And we're gonna go through the motions saying the team colors of both teams in a minute, and the team captains, the opening speakers and closing speakers. And then maybe we can decide in the middle, anybody who raises their hand in the open debate can also bring up their argument if they are allowed to speak. And then also in the meantime, just checking how many students found their way back again, and maybe we can give them a call. I did see, okay, I'll just phone them a little bit. Here or there, or you do that as well. Okay. Team 1, I can see, because I asked Yvette, we are going back to the plenary. She just received it, probably now is rounding off, so which is why they have 1-2 minute delay. We'll just wait a bit for them.
As a teenager, I could only imagine something like this would be possible. It is, to me, so exciting to see all of you get together like this. And now you can all feel sympathy for me because I'm so old.
Yeah, I sympathize, I mean. My guess is I'm a tad older than you are.
Just a tad.
I also think, yeah, a tad. And then an elderly, rather more elderly. So the thing is, I also think that what is amazing is that we have these countries, the different countries. Because so we are so far away from each other in real life, and that I think is, you know, especially amazing.
Yeah,
So
no, it's made me very aware that I'm talking to people from countries where I really only know 1 or 2 facts that really badly represent the country as a whole and all of the interesting things about it.
exactly. Yeah, so we could, you know, have far more questions to ask other people, you know, and students, please feel welcome to open up a meeting in that channel, which is your own team, if you want, and just have other conversations about other things, okay? You could decide on that on your own over the week if you want. or have an app group or stuff like that, you know, to get the communications going or facilitate them, and also talk about other stuff than this debate. I would want to ask a zillion more questions, you know, but hey. So I'm waiting for Yvette. I could also call her while we're here and say, hey, Yvette, where are you? I'm just not sure. What is your team color? Yvette asks. Shall I app her? We chose pink. Anybody from the other team here yet? I don't think so. And then I'll say, Pink, could you please come back to the plenary? Okay. I wrote that. I wrote pink and I wrote, could you please come back to the plenary on my app.
Tom Wynn's having some issues getting back in. It's saying his account's invalid for some reason.
Oh.
So he might be a while.
What we did with our teams as well is we had a chat group, and an app group, I mean. So Milou knows this group. So if you get in touch with her, I don't know if you can in some way, but then maybe she could add you to the app group. I find app really handy myself for everything. So is Milou here? Milou, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Can you switch on your video? Maybe you have it on. I just can't see it then. It must be me. Oh.
No, I had it off.
Oh, right. But you have an app group, don't you?
Yeah, sorry?
You are an international team too, in an app group, are you?
Yeah, you created that, but you're the...
Oh, I am?
You're the admin of the group.
Yeah, I don't want to be any admin anything. I'm going to do you as admin. And then people can reach you and you can add them to the group. I think that is a brilliant idea, don't you?
Okay.
Let's see, because as Mark said, you know, us teachers are from before the Sandwich War. Like, you're so much more capable doing this. Can you now maybe see that you also admin?
Yeah.
Okay, now you're in charge. Okay,
and
so
remove you, right? No,
now before Team 1 returns, you know, get in touch with Milou. She'll add you if you want.
So what are we getting added to?
The app group, the students, the Dutch students already in an app group, International Team 2, and an app is also very handy, you know, for them to say, this is the link to and that, and they can help each other.
It's on WhatsApp. I don't know if you have that, but...
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
Well, we can use that if that's easier.
Yeah, they struggle to send emails, but they all use WhatsApp.
Yeah. So Milou, how do they get in touch with you then? I don't know. How does that work? Can you take charge, Milou, of this ridiculous situation?
Can they chat with me on Teams, like send me a personal message and then send their phone number and I can add them?
I don't know. Can they? Can you in chat have an individual chat message to Milou?
Yeah, I mean.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. you're back. Good. So, Anjo, what is your team's color? Oh. Somebody has to repeat because I didn't quite catch that.
The color that we have chosen is blue. But we are afraid that you might have chosen the same color.
Ah, we chose pink.
Pink! Whoa! Well, it's interesting. We were afraid that you would have chosen blue or white, since most of the students do have a blue or white t-shirts anyway. But pink, that's a challenging choice, I think. Okay.
Okay, so now I will, because we also have a team captain in International Team 2, and I will ask team captains of Team 1 and 2, I hope Team 1 also has a team captain, to introduce who the speakers, the opening and the closing speakers are. We also decided that in the middle zone, it doesn't really necessarily have to be the same four, that everybody who wants to join in with an argument, if they raise their hand, can also have the floor. So maybe that. And also every country, I haven't told you yet, or school will also have a jury member. So the jury will also be an international one consisting of students themselves. That is a thing that I still need to discuss with the teachers and organize, but we're busy doing that. And there's a party going on in my house, so sorry for the room. Huh? Now, can I just ask Team 1, the team captain, to say who are the opening and closing speakers, and who are you, team captain?
We forgot about that, but maybe Lex, you can do it?
Yeah, okay, I'm happy to be team captain. That's fine. So I didn't quite take the names of everyone, but I know that Jessica Ensor will be doing the closing speech. We haven't come up with a judge quite yet, but we will do that soon. I'm part of the free zone. We picked 3 other people, but as you said, that we can mix that with all of the other candidates in our group. What was the name of the opening speech giver? Would you mind just saying your name quickly? Sorry, I forgot to write it down. Yeah, exactly. So she'll be taking our opening speech. Was that everything, or was there another piece of info that you needed?
No, thank you, Lex. So you are team captain. Siloha opens, and Jessica closes. You have team blue, and the jury member. I think you don't have to really take charge of that as a team, but I think the teachers will confer on that one. All right. But thank you, Lex. Now for team 2 against. Ben is team captain, and can I ask you to explain about team 2?
Yeah, our opening speaker is Milu Jacobs, and our closing speaker is Rocky Dutta. And we also haven't really decided on a judge just yet. So, yeah, is that it?
Yeah, that's it, and we're pink. And again, the judges, leave that to teachers, because they're going to have to be other students, because we can't choose a jury member from our own team. That would be, I think, maybe too much of a challenge. Then, of course, there are certain rules to the debate, because I want to round this thing off so that we can all enjoy our Sundays. The rules of the debate is the opening speaker has their opening speech for 2 minutes. In it, you briefly explain the key terms of the proposition. The majority in a society should decide who deserves a monument. Then you briefly present the 3 arguments that you have chosen. the different labels for them, the different aspects that you will present. Then there will be an open debate in which everybody can participate, and you just raise your hand, and then the leader will say your name and you can take your turn. Then when that's done, after 10 minutes, we go to the separate channels again, and for about 15 minutes or so, it's in the PowerPoint, okay? Your teachers will discuss with you the exact minutes and everything. But you will discuss with each other, so what should be in our closing speech? And how should we convince the jury, because really a debate is for the jury, is not to win from the other team, it is to have an informed dialogue together for an audience. And the audience is the jury, but also adults, but also children your age. But even, for instance, the mayor of the city of Leiden will see this, because he has asked for it. And in our last debate, he was also a judge. So it is people of, certain professions, but also people your own age that have to understand this debate, and that's in multiple countries around the world. So that's also an interesting aspect. Then after you confer with each other, you talk about things, and you have your closing speech, your final sentence should be one that really convinces the jury that your team has presented their arguments in a clear way, and also valid arguments, and that their point of view really is best presented. That is what we are going to do next week. I hope to see you all next week, alive and well, and that we have a marvelous event together. Can I thank you again for your contributions? It was incredibly nice seeing you all. Thank you for your energy and sharing this with us. And my request is you can leave the meeting, but if you still have a question, an urgent one, for teachers, would you please stay a little bit? So I'm going to say dag, because dag is Dutch. Dag.
Dag allemaal. Bye.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Graag gedaan.
Thank you.
Thank you, bye.
Dag.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
See ya. Okay, I'm going to mute my microphone now, and perhaps we can have a little dialogue on what needs to be done.
Bonne, you're still there. Do you have a question or no? Okay.
So to make things even smoother for next week, I think the idea of having 3 codes sent to everyone is a really good idea, of a general meeting and then the 2 breakout rooms already pre-sent as codes. That made a big difference, Yvette, when you were able to send that across.
Yeah, very good thinking. We'll do that, won't we, Yvette?
Yes, I was muted, but yes, that's a good idea.
And the idea is then that we start to prepare in the teams that join the debate later, or are we starting the debate at once? What's your idea about that? We need some prepare time.
Yeah, well, that's a good point. You know, what I noticed, and Mark was there, Tabine was there, I think. Or were you? Okay, yeah, you were. But we, the team 2 against, I noticed that they prepared arguments and put their arguments into their chat. And I also think that they would be able to have the debate because they know their roles and they can do it, I think, immediately after we have a 5 to 10 minute opening, maybe just on the one couple of 2-3 slides that we did today. We'll do it again maybe next week, a bit quicker maybe, without a warming up. And then we do the debate, then 20 minutes in their own channel. to confer about the how shall we close, and then close, and then we need a jury. So I found one for my school. I'm not sure whether you found anybody for your schools.
Yeah, we have a volunteer.
Because really maybe the email of that person and the name you'd need to send to me.
Okay, I haven't found anybody yet, but I will do my best. It was
Yeah,
really-
Mladen wants to be Mladen. Because maybe he wants, I don't know. I will ask him.
Yeah, if the best would be if all the countries would be represented. And I also think that should you not be able to, then it's not that big of a problem if we have 3, but it would be best if all the countries would be represented. And how about Team 1? Are they able to also have the debate immediately?
Do I have to answer this or Yvette? But do you think?
I think they do need some time to do settle on the arguments and to look into them, how they're going to make their points. I don't think that was clear to them yet, since we did spend a lot of time focusing on, well, what is the majority in the proposition. So I think they do need some time to actually prepare their arguments, either on the itself or beforehand. That would mean that they have to exchange details and stuff that they can communicate with each other.
Perhaps rather than 20 minutes conferring time, they could have 10 minutes conferring time and 10 minutes at the start to prepare arguments.
Yeah, I think that would be my idea too. Because when it's a week ago, you know, but then again, what is important is that we discuss how the opening speeches will, that they have to be there already, so that everybody in the team can prepare the rest of the debate. So we have Soliha,
Yeah.
and we have, forgot the name, Madhu, I think, no, who was it?
Milou and Siloa.
Oh yeah, Milou and Siloa, that's it. So it is important that they share their opening speeches in the teams. Is that possible, do you think, for Siloa, for instance, or to do that, for instance, a Thursday, so that the students have the Friday to read it and to comment, etc.
Yeah, that might be possible. I'll convey the message to her.
Okay. Okay.
And for Milou as well, who's my student. Yeah, so we make them post their opening speech in Teams. Yeah, that's a good idea. And then having them for 10 minutes in their own channel to start is also a good idea. So maybe we'd have to say it starts at 1, but then they each go to their separate channels first. And then say we at 1:15 we start the debate. Then that would take for about, I don't know, 15 minutes or so. And then they go back to their channel again to confer. Another 10. And then we have the closing speeches. So all in all, that would take about an hour, you know, with some delay in moving to and fro.
Perfect.
And then we'd have a timeout, and then we'd have a jury that says, this is the end result.
And then I have another proposition, and that is I would like to meet with Yvette, Sabine, because we are in charge of Team 1, how to organize everything, because now it was more or less, we didn't prepare for how this debate could be prepared in the best possible way. because we didn't do that. We didn't think of it. And maybe we can prepare the next meeting together so that we have a kind of division of roles between the three of us, and maybe that will be a good idea in your team too. I don't know, but for me, it works if I discuss this before we start. I thought it was really challenging. Yeah, very nice, but challenging.
And when I meet with my students this Wednesday, I will want to go through with them the judging criteria so that everybody knows the judging criteria, particularly because the criteria are very based on inclusion and making sure that different speakers from all the different countries have had their voice. And if they understand that those are the criteria they're being judged on, I think we'll get a much more inclusive and effective discussion.
Mm-hmm.
Can everybody find the criteria in the drive?
I will be able to, I hope.
They were by a debating institute, and one is the contents of the argument, one is the presentation, but the third one, and I think Mark is referring to, is collaboration. So how does the team work together? And that is also an interesting aspect, I think, to this particular assessment of a debate. And I could maybe also, Yvette, can you remind me that we maybe share the link?
Share the link to
the jury, the assessment thing, the rubric that we had.
Oh yes, sure. I'll make
translate it, and it's in Drive. I have to say that I think also that the students themselves also were able to communicate well in English, regardless of where they came from, regardless of their age. I mean, that was not that much of a challenge. And maybe Jelena and Mark, do we also need to say who does what, or is that not necessary in our teams? Maybe we can say, because I think maybe, I can stay in the plenary, and that maybe Jelena and Mark, you can stay in the channel.
My feeling was, in the meeting that we had there, the students seemed to understand their roles well.
Yeah.
So, Jelena, I'm happy to discuss, because I know you weren't able to join that.
Yes.
But I think the students know well what they're doing.
Yes.
Does anybody need to now still take action or suggest a specific action to others in terms of, oh, we need to meet then and there at that particular time or that way? Does everybody feel that they can communicate with the right people now and they have the means?
Yes, and maybe there can be some, email contact short between Tabine, Yvette, and me to make sure that when we start next week, that we start in the right way.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I will also go over things with Yvette, because of course this is a mess, and I must say thank you so much for your patience trying or daring to try this out. You deserve the World Cup, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah? And I'm not gonna now delay you any further on your necessary rest on the Sunday.
Okay. Thank you so much for organizing all this. Makes me really feel very happy, to be in this international team. Yes, thank you.
Really sweet. Thank all of you, and bye-bye.
Bye.
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 Nou Yvette, hier zit dan de mama van de dochter van 18 en er zitten al 10 mensen in mijn tuin. Het is om 2:30 stil, 's nachts.
Oh.
Maar nou, hoe is dit? Is dit genoeg leuk voor jouw opdracht voor school?
Oh, ik vind dit heerlijk. Dit ging echt... het was wel een struggle. Het is echt een struggle om iedereen in zijn channel te krijgen. En dat het allemaal georganiseerd wordt. Maar ik denk dat het echt heel leuk kan worden.
Ja, we moeten dus wel hebben. Laten we het gewoon even van de week op school bespreken nog. Wat we moeten doen.
Ja.
Zeker voor die links en zo. Hè, want ja, we hebben zoveel obstakels feitelijk. Hè, met teams.
Volgens mij is het op zich te doen. Als je een meeting opstart in het algemene, dus waar we nu zitten, en die link deelt. En ook misschien een meeting plannen via die andere 2 kanalen.
Ja,
dat je
maar
meeting links kan delen.
Kan je die tegelijk plannen? Nu had jij die link gedeeld, hè? Van die channels, hè?
Even uitproberen. Want we zitten nu hier en dan zou ik een... waarom kan dat nou niet? Wacht, we zitten nu in algemeen.
En we moeten ook duidelijk communiceren van de eerste 10 minuten gaan jullie naar je... Gaan je dus verzamelen in de channels van het team, hè? Dan. Om 1 uur.
Oh, daar kun je geen meeting in plannen. Dus dan kun je niet... als in je kunt niet de... links al sturen, maar je zou wel op het moment dat wij de meeting in de algemene starten, 10 minuten voor tijd, kun je wel die 2 links, kun je die 2 meetings in die channels ook opstarten en die links hierin gooien.
Ja, want dan dan starten we die meeting een half uur eerder. En dan gaan jij en ik dat regelen, tenminste als je dat wil, en anders doe ik dat zelf. En dan open ik ook op 2 meetings in die channels.
Ja.
En dan communiceer ik. Ja, en dan communiceer ik via de e-mail aan iedereen. Dat heb ik nu ook vanochtend gedaan. De 3 links naar de verschillende sites met het tijdpad. En dat moeten we klaar hebben staan. Weet je wel, die e-mail. Niet de links, maar wel alvast de e-mailtekst.
E-mail alvast in een concept hebben staan dat.
Nou, dan gaan wij nu dag zeggen. Dag Yvette, want get alive joh, echt hè. Zo. Nou, als het gewoon triest mag, gisteravond ook al.
Oh, joh. Ik zat alleen maar op de bank te zitten.
Ja, nou, ik zat hier boven in bed ook belachelijk uit mijn eigen huis gezet, feitelijk, weet je wel. In een kast onder de trap zit ik feitelijk.
Oh.
Ik zie jou weer van de week, dankjewel voor je hulp.
Ja, komt helemaal goed. Doei doei!